It's a night game again. Oh, 1, 2, 3. The entire top 3 is Big Ten. And then you got another one at number 7 with Oregon, 11 with Nebraska, UCLA at 14, and that's it for the Big Ten in the top 25. Huh. Trying to decide if I want to make a change at quarterback or not. Let's see, Jay Carr. Maintain. Oh, yeah. I mean, look at that. Bryce Underwood's only an overall 88. And CJ Carr's a 94. Why haven't I started him the last 2 seasons? If Bryce Underwood ends up transferring or declaring, that's on him. We're going to stick with Carr this season. Alright. I think we're ready to go ahead and get this started. So it really comes down to this or what?
Ranked matchups always elevate the pressure. Heart beats a little faster. It gets a little more intense. Particularly, that team across the field is a conference foe. And that's exactly what we have in this showdown coming up. Welcome to the Big House, home of the Michigan Wolverines. As we'll see, the number 11 team in the country, the Nebraska Cornhuskers, taking on last year's national champion, the Michigan Wolverines. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. The Cornhuskers will kick it away to start. And there will be no return on this one as the ball bounds into the end zone. So Michigan's offense will get the football first. This wide receiver matchup is one that we've been waiting to see. You have two guys on either side, Jesse, who are really going to make the secondaries nervous.
Well, they should, because these guys can take the top off of defense. You've got two very dynamic individuals playing on each offense, and if I'm playing quarterback in this game for either team, I am going to take my shots and give my guy an opportunity, because both of these guys, David, have proven they can make circus-level catches.
I mean, when they're not open, they're open. I mean, they can make the dynamic catches, the contested catches. They have the speed. They are two of the best playmakers in all of the country. So whenever an offense has the football today, you're going to like the show.
Banging, slithering, whatever it takes to get that ball up to the 32. And the Wolverines are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Looking for a man. It's Carr. Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down. This is the kind of game, a top 25 matchup in the early season, that you look for when you're trying to build your resume.
Yeah, these are so fun because as a player, you kind of get bored if you don't get challenged. But when you got an early season challenge like this, all the adrenaline, all the juice, Palmer, you're ready to rock and roll.
I love this. We've had this game circled for a long time because we learn a lot in these types of games. What are these teams about? Which conferences are better? You're going to get a lot of answers today.
So the Nebraska Cornhuskers offense will get the ball for the first time. And they're going to have to contend with a secondary that is one of the best in the nation, Jesse.
And they're a complete secondary, too. When you watch them on film, they're very good defending the pass and coverage, and they can play man and zone. But I like them, David, because they're not afraid to put their face in the thing. Everybody in the back end likes to tackle and likes to be physical. That's what makes them special.
Yeah, and it's just an elite group in the back end. Multiple guys that win their individual matchups, which makes it hard to run offense. And this is a group that, yes, they tackle well, they see the football well, they break on it well. You got to worry about the ground game. You think there's some kind of deception going against this secondary.
I think that time offensively, you're just trying to take what the defense is giving you, right? They're playing zone coverage. You got your big fella just working right over the ball. It's an easy pitch and catch. Just take the profit and let's keep going.
The game from the gun. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going, handing the ball.
You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. Oh, they really could have used that patch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a fourth down.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit forcing that incompletion.
The Huskers will send out the punt unit. First time we've seen their punt team tonight. And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. They went 3 and out on their first possession. Now to see if they can be more productive this time around. Carrying the ball with attitude down to the 42. The margin for error is so small in this conference. It's really imperative to get off to a good start in Big Ten play.
Especially, Reese, since you're adding so much talent now to this conference. But yeah,
Turning it on! Brings him down at the 27-yard line. It's a pickup of 15 and a first down for this offense.
The defense has got to do a better job with assignment football. Somebody has to be accounting for the quarterback on these run plays. You know you're going to see it. You've seen it on film. The option play, nobody home. He just takes off. That's an easy first down pickup for the offense. Moving forward now, the defense, they've got to settle in, and they've got to start playing better when it comes to assignment football.
Got it into the red zone, dragged down at the 18-yard line. The Wolverines in a good spot here with second and short. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line with a big red zone opportunity here.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
Yeah, and a great job on the offensive line, seeing the blitz, picking it up, and then it's on the running back. Running back finds the hole, gets a little bit of a crease, makes a nice run out.
Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down.
Well, this offense didn't get off to the start they wanted, going 3 and out of the gate. But on the second drive, they're doing much better. They're finding a rhythm. And I think a big part of that is establishing the running game. And really nice job on that last one, picking up the first down.
They'll try to get it in with the run. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Michigan. I can hear the defensive coordinator in the next room yelling, "Wrap up! You have to wrap up!"
Bring your feet, 4 points of contact. You hear all those stuff from the defensive coaches. But you know what? Sometimes the guy's just better than you. He makes a play and gets it easy.
They get set for the point after as we have the first score of the game. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
A bit of an under-the-radar game this week, guys, but take a look at this. BYU has the lead right now, but this LaVell Edwards Stadium crowd is restless. They just haven't been able to separate themselves yet today. They're up by a field goal over Oregon State. This one has actually kind of exceeded expectations. Always a memorable chapter in the book of college football.
How about that one, Kevin? We'll be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Looking to throw, it's Thompson. There's the pressure. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
Man, it's easy to play to the quarterback quick and make him make a decision quick, it makes it easier for the secondary, for the linebackers, for everybody on the field.
Backed up now. Here's second and long. Pulls it and fires to the left.
Not difficult, not complicated, but early in the game, getting that rhythm. Find that timing throughout receivers so you're set up for success. Then you go attack deep later.
More than 100,000 making their presence felt. A huge third down here in the big house. From the gun, wants to pass. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up.
We talked to the coaches coming into this one. They know field position is going to be a huge factor for them winning this one. They had a really nice punt earlier in this game. Great job getting down and covering it. Won't surprise me if they decide to play it safe again here on fourth.
They're going to mark this one at the 15. Guys, here come those maize and blue wing helmets on offense. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. From the gun, the running back looking for room. Didn't get much done on that run. He'll fight his way out and maybe pick up a yard. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. Coming out, attacking from deep in their own end, and they're out of the 26 for the first down. You put on that winged helmet, and the one thing you want to do is establish the running game.
No matter who the coach is, no matter who the players are, it's a tradition. It's physicality. That's how they built this brand at Michigan. And I think no matter who's there, it's going to be how they continue to build on that tradition.
Got 3 on first down and 2nd and 7. Now the play fake. They get a rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
And they get to the quarterback and get the sack. That's a big emphasis for this defense. They saw a week ago, this offense gave up 3 sacks. They need to get to him early and often and create some indecision. Nice job getting a sack early in this football game.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down.
Well, the defense is waking up now, right? The first drive, they allowed a touchdown. They were a bit scrambled. They kind of all got together, rallied on the sideline. They've been pretty lights out since. Forced a punt on the last possession. They've now got the offense set up in 4th down again. Great job there. Pass defense, 3rd down. This defense now starting to put it together.
And the ball is loose on the return. Not able to pop the big return, but they got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it and punted away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. The give to the running back from the shotgun. And he fights his way forward, gets away from one, but not much doing on that one. Man, oh man, that ball carrier was just shut down.
And I tell you what, they need some push up front too, right? They got to move those defensive linemen out of the way, at least create a hole so your running back has a chance. Not there, he didn't have any.
He'll keep it himself. Can't get him to the ground. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity.
Well, not much the defense could do there. The defensive end crashed down thinking the running back had it, but nice job of the ball handling there by the QB.
Just trying to avoid negative plays, continue to put stress on the defense. That's what he does there.
And that's a play this guy can run in his sleep, too. They rep this over and over and over. It's like clockwork for this guy.
And he can't grab the bullet pass on 3rd down.
And I feel like the defense needed that stop. Are already giving up a touchdown, early in this football game. They put another drive together, but great job bowing up, getting that 3rd down stop, and hopefully forcing the field goal.
smashes it between the uprights. And now the lead is extended over 5.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
After putting up a 3-spot, the kickoff unit set to go. Not going to give him a chance to make a play as they boot that thing through the end zone. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. We'll see if they can be a little more productive this time around. A 3-and-out the last time they had the ball. And he's all fouled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose.
That ball carrier is very lucky. That easily could have ended up in the hands of the defense. You have got to do a better job of ball support.
Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place, trying to help their defense. Here's a quick throw out to the left. Oh, he's got some space. And they're able to get him down.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver. And you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Through the air, it's Thompson. Lost one deep down the right side. He's got it on the outside. Open spaces. Touchdown, Nebraska. He found some open space and turned on the Jets.
And I think in the pre-snap, I think both of these guys were on the same page. They had a look defensively that let them know we can pitch this thing way down the field. I'm going to go run under it and make a big play for you.
Yeah, and when I'm the receiver, I'm like, I'm open, right? I'm going straight down the field. Throw me the football. I got the speed. I can beat this guy. You can tell they've done that so much in practice. They knew it was second nature, and they executed it perfectly.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. So here comes the Michigan offense. These teams putting up some early points, and now they have it back up 10-7. He put some heat on that one down the middle.
What a play by the defender that time, because he's matched up one-on-one man coverage against an outstanding wide receiver, and it's the defender who makes the play. Really, really good position. He was up to the challenge. Interesting to see if this quarterback goes his way again.
They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground. No big secret to what Michigan wants to do. They want to run it right down your throat with a little side dish of avoiding tackles, too, like this guy.
Yeah, just make a miss any way you can, but the physicality, having to tackle somebody over and over again, that's their blueprint. That's who Michigan is. They're going to make you answer that physical challenge almost every single play.
They just have not been able to get this guy going. They've thrown it to him over and over again here in the first quarter, and QB and him just not able to link up. The defense knew that was where this guy was going to be looking, but these two, they've got to find a way to get on the same page.
And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. Third down coming. And now let's see if the offense can bail itself out after the second down misfire. Snagged in the middle. It's Fleming. He's got first down yardage as they move it to the 44.
And it's on third downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. He'll do it himself. And the defense snows him under after a very short gain.
As an offense, you're okay with that. You're going to run option plays, and sometimes you're going to bust it big, but sometimes you don't necessarily read it correctly, get some positive yards, and then we come back and we do it all over again with different reads against the different defense.
Got it in the middle, it's marked. Really nice job to convert that 3rd down, and they've got it at the 33. And the Wolverines will snap it on 1st and 10. He'll pull it on the read. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
Offside. Defense.
Offense will take that. Free 5 yards every time. Bad discipline by the defense.
They'll try to take advantage of that offsides call. It's 1st and 5. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Couldn't quite hang on to the pick, and he will be thinking about that one for a long time.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on 1st down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him, and it just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Well, just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
Looking downfield, it's Carr. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. And for the 2nd time tonight, they'll trot out the field goal kicker. Well, they've already made one. The holder will put it down at the 38 for a 48-yard attempt. Splits the uprights right down the middle. The lead is 6 in the 1st.
And so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on. When you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
After putting 3 on the board, the kickoff unit ready to go. No shot to return that one as he boomed it out of the back of the end zone. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. We've had some early action here as they take over trailing 13-7. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. The inside handoff. Defense scoops it up, and he's headed the other way. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. Great place to start for this offense. Let's go. Quarterback on the keeper. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
They go with the option. Quarterback keeps it himself. And look, we've seen this guy on tape, guys, break these tackles and take it the distance. This offense should keep dialing up these option plays. Don't let that short game by the QB prevent you from running this scheme in your playbook.
We've reached the end of the period, and Michigan has the lead. 1 period in the books, and let's take a look at the stats. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the 2nd. Gets it in his belly. There he goes. He's got enough. It'll be a first down. They've got him at the 12.
And David, this is where I think you could have excelled. You're a great defensive end. There's other positions you could have played. Fullback, I know, being one of them. How about that guy there picking up the first?
That's a nice job. Don't make this hard. Don't make it overly complex. We've seen the big fellas block all the time. People are going reward them. Now they'll block harder and they'll block longer in the future.
This is an offense that can move the sticks in a whole lot of different ways. Now you're seeing it on the option here. Great job by the quarterback. Reading the defense, there's nobody there taking him, so he puts his foot in the ground, he gets upfield, and he's got really nice elusiveness once he's out in the open field. He shows you that on that explosive play, picking up the first.
After getting knocked back, it's 2nd and goal from the 4. He'll run it to the right, looking for the goal line. Going right back to the left, and this time he finds Warner. Gets it into the end zone for the touchdown.
Well, this guy's had a big role in this offense this year, especially when they get down close to the end zone. That's his 5th rushing touchdown on the year. He's been a factor for these guys offensively.
Ready to try the point after. And with the extra point, they stretch the lead to 13. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Week in and week out, guys, you never know what's going to happen in college football. Check this out. BYU has the lead right now, but this LaVell Edwards Stadium crowd is restless. They just haven't been able to separate themselves yet today. They're up by 10 over Oregon State. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Just unloaded on that kickoff. Don't have to worry about a return on a kick like that. They'll bring it out to the 25. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. That last fumble proved to be costly as they cashed it in for a touchdown.
Yeah, and so this defense now is juiced. They're excited and ready to go. So this offense, David, they've got to get something going.
Yeah, those turnovers can be contagious, man. It gets you excited, and then when your offense takes it down the field and does something with it, this offense got to be ready to play against a motivated defense.
They go to the wide receiver screen.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great mood.
And here's a fumble right behind the line. Defense grabs the football, and there he goes. Touchdown, Wolverine. How about this defense taking it right back to the house? These guys are really hitting their stride in week 4 as they push out that lead.
It's really hard as a quarterback because you got your eyes downfield. You're trying to find an open guy. You're trying to negotiate the rush, and all of a sudden people are swatting at the ball. They hit you, they knock it out. Got to do a better job next time of keeping 2 hands on the ball so you don't get it scooped and scored like what happened right there.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And they tacked on the extra point. That is a defensive defensive player's dream. Ball sitting there, chance to scoop it up, run with it, and they don't stop you until the band starts playing. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. No shot at a return. It's out of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. It's a good thing to be charitable, Jesse, but I think the last couple of drives might be overdoing it a bit.
I agree, and I think at this point, David, the quarterback here, he's got to be a CEO. He's got to really get his guys settled down. A couple turnovers in a row. Now they've got to find a rhythm.
A CEO, a.k.a. don't screw it up, young man. That's what it sounds like on the sidelines with the coaches. We got to stop turning the football over.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Back to throw, it's Tollefson. Got it set up on the outside. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands.
Personal foul. Roughing the passer. Defense.
An ill-advised play by that defender as he makes contact with the quarterback well after the throw, and it'll cost his defense. So they'll get a fresh set of downs thanks to that roughing the passer penalty. It's 1st and 10. Wants to throw on 1st down. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play.
Good awareness by the offense. You never want to see the ball on the ground, but a nice job understanding, just kind of jump on it, make sure you keep possession.
This pass rush has just been relentless, and you can bet your bottom dollar they're about to bring the heat again. On the ground, it's on. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Really nice job by the defense that time, getting a stop. They've been really good so far in this one, shutting this guy down, not letting him break out. You got the lead. It's tight, though. And you know the opponent is going to keep trying to run it. So can you keep this up here in the second half on defense? That's the question.
Takes a hit as he fires. Missed receiver there. It's incomplete.
Man, the defense smells blood in the water. You can tell they are getting to this quarterback over and over and over. They've already sacked him a couple times. They're just winning up front. They almost got another sack on that last one.
And the Huskers will cut this one away. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. Send the tight end in motion. The run from the shotgun. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Well, things have mostly been going right for this offense in this game so far. That's why they have the lead they have. But that time, a little bit of a mental error. That should have been intercepted. Don't love the decision by the quarterback.
Motion from the wide receiver. Back to throw, it's Carr. Got his man on the right. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the 1st down. So they're going to send out the field goal unit to try a long one. He's going to have to break out the thunderfoot on this one, a 57-yard attempt. And he missed it. No good. Always want to pile on those points when you can, guys, but if you have a 20-point lead, life is good.
And sometimes I just feel like 4th down, man. Just go for it every time. Like, the field goal miss-make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. Pulls it in. It's high. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover.
That looks like a really easy thing to do. Oh, the ball's just on the ground. Jump on it. That's an odd-shaped ball that bounces all kind of crazy ways. Great job by the defense covering that thing up.
So, guys, we'll see this offense again. The give to the back. And he's able to bounce off one tackle, but still not a whole lot of running room.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard games just because of the body blow effect.
Well, the offense has had their way all game long up to this point. Finally, the defense is able to make a play. And I'll tell you, after that hit, that receiver, he's going to be thinking twice about running that route again.
Hey, couldn't find his man last time, and that leaves them with a 3rd and 6. Back to throw, it's Carr. And they can't make the connection on 3rd down.
Well, this is a disappointing drive for the offense, considering where this drive started in their opponent territory. Now you're 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
The Wolverines will punt it away on 4th down. You'd think they would have had a good chance to down that one deep, but the bounce carries it into the end zone for the touchback. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. Ball security always paramount. That football must be riveted to your rib cage, Jesse, and it wasn't last time.
And look, he knows that that happens again. He's going to find himself on the sideline. So this is going to be a dude very motivated to make some plays on this drive.
Yeah, and I think it's frustrating, but you got to put it behind you. You got to move on. And this offense has to go through him anyways. You've got to be able to run the football and have some balance.
Gonna run it. It's on. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the 1st down.
Well, when you talk Nebraska football, it always comes down to their ability running it on offense, whether it's the option or whether it's conventional. They've got a long and illustrious history of great running backs, and this guy is on the field for a reason. His vision, his ability to make people miss, run with toughness, he can do it all.
The Cornhuskers can really attack on this 2nd and short. Hand off to the shotgun. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And that's how you respond as a defense, man. You give up 9 yards on 1st down. 2nd down, man, they bring some pressure. And they are in the backfield fast. And they make the tackle for a loss and completely flip the script. Almost a guaranteed 1st down and 2nd down. And now maybe even put them in a passing situation on 3rd down.
They'll make the stop about a yard short on the 1st down. Well, they were counting on winning the one-on-one battle. They got the completion, but the yardage didn't work out.
Yeah, and a lot of times, man, that's what I do on short yardage situation. 3rd and short, make my guy fall forward for a couple yards to try to get the 1st down, but it was a good tackle, and the receiver got absolutely nowhere after the catch.
You know, college football is so much about emotion and momentum and trying to find parts of games where you can grab it. How about going for it on 4th down on your own end of the field early like that and coming away with the 1st? That's huge.
Under fire. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Sometimes the ball just bounces your way, and the offense very lucky to keep possession on that one.
Great job by the defense, forcing the fumble, but a bad, unfortunate bounce, and the offense pounces back on it.
already racked up big sack numbers. It's starting to snowball, and they are ready to go again. Back to pass. It's Tollefson. Fires to the tight end. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short gain there.
You know, I know it seems like an easy pitch and catch, but for the tight end there, that route potentially changes if it's man coverage. So good job by him knowing it's zone. I'm just going to sit down. This is basically like a check down, right? Let's just take the easy pitch and catch and keep this drive going.
They'll give it to the back. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a third down stop.
Stopping the run is about physicality. It's about I'm bigger than you, I'm stronger than you up front. Really nice job by the defense, showing their strength, bowing up, stuffing the run.
They kick it away on fourth down. And he's going to get it up to about the 29-yard line before he's brought down. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. A rather unproductive series last time, 3 and out, and they'll try to do better this time around. Looking for space. It's Hester. And he knocked him down after he picks up 5 out to the 34.
Man, it's easy to call plays when you're getting 5 or 6 yards a pop on the ground. Like, why would I get complicated? Why would I get complex? Like, up front right now, this group just win, fall forward, get that good game, stay ahead of the sticks, don't have to get in bad situations. This defense better respond, or else I'll do that all the way down the field.
It's third down from their own 34 as they try to keep the drive moving. From the gun, wants to pass. Caught near the sticks. It's Fleming. Breaks into the open. Just steamrolling the defense. He gets the job done on third down. They move the chains. It's at the 37.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field. And they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense moving forward.
They'll leave it with him. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. Give to the running back. Fighting off the defender. Makes the tackle at the 23-yard line. Give him 10 yards and enough for the first down.
What a nice run there. And from the beginning of time, Michigan football has been synonymous with running football. You can think back to Tyrone Wheatley, Anthony Thomas, Chris Perry, Hassan Haskins. Big physical runners that also had sprinter speed and that could change the game. This dude right here, every time he has the football, he has the ability to go the distance, and that's what makes this Michigan offense so dangerous.
Oh, Kyler to throw that one in there. And he'll run into the end zone. Touchdown, Michigan. How about the renaissance of the tight ends? Inline, flexed out, split out. They can do a little bit of everything.
They really can. They're asked to block a lot of the times, too. But I'll tell you what, all the wide receivers out wide, the fancy toys, the fancy spread. Don't forget about that tight end. He does a little bit of everything, and then you reward the big fella throwing the ball, and he catches. So he really can do a little bit of everything in an offense.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Dynamite matchup this week in the ACC, fellas. Clemson is darn near perfect offensively today. This is almost exactly the way they drew things up this week in practice. They're up by 31 over UMass. We'll circle back if anything changes in this big-time ACC matchup. Guys?
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. Boy, they've been caught in a buzzsaw here in the first half, but maybe a chance to carry some momentum into the break here.
It all comes down to...
Intercepted. Man, they just can't get anything
motion, and they drop in coverage and make the big interception.
Well, I don't think that quarterback thought he could even make the play. How about the eye-hand coordination and his ability to snatch the football out of the air? I mean, that was crazy athleticism, well-deserved. That's going to make the highlight reel for sure.
And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal, David.
Yeah, and you hear all these stupid commentators like me and Jesse talking about create balance, run and pass. No, when you throw that good, spin the ball right.
So the defense has to find a way to affect the quarterback on this drive, because last drive he had way too much time.
And if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
This offense has been a juggernaut, and they have a chance to pad their total just before halftime. Knocked down behind the line. Boy, he powered through one tackler, but there were more there to greet him.
Yeah, and listen, the offense has had their way, and they've had so much success and so much production. But listen, at least the defense got a rep. Maybe this gets you a spark. Maybe this gets you some energy. Maybe we'll see a little bit more.
Touchdown, Wolverine! Quick strike through the air from the score.
And with that score, this thing is getting ugly. This offense has had their way, and not only have they had their way, now they finish the half like you're supposed to, scoring the football, building on their lead. This defense is going to have to go into half and find some answers.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And it's up and no good. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. And the score comes on a 5-yard touchdown pass. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. If you can do that, I don't know why you don't do it every time. Reduce the risk. Banged it out of the back of the end zone. They'll put it in play at the 25. We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the first half. Wants to throw. It's Tollefson. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. They recover their own fumble. Somehow, who knows how they got that thing back. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. These guys are bringing serious heat. They are like sharks swarming and just getting after the passer. They're working that left side. Recovered by the defense, and he's off.
And that's a great job by the defender that time, locating the ball on the ground and hopping on it for a fumble recovery. And guys, that's the second straight game this guy has had a fumble recovery. Had one their last time out, and he's got another one here.
They'll get a chance to work on that hurry-up offense here in the final minute of the first half. Going right to work up top. Finds his big tight end. Touchdown, Michigan! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Man, the defense really needed to stop there. They needed to create some momentum, get the ball back to the offense before the half. But the offense does their job, and they continue to pile on, continue to create momentum. There's going to have to be some questions answered at half with this squad because it's been a struggle in the first half.
Lining up for the PAT. And with the extra point, the lead is even bigger. That's exactly what you want to do when you have that type of field position. strike quickly, and they did. One play, and they put it on the board. No chance for a return as that ball flies out of the back of the end zone. Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. He'll keep it himself. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. The offense uses a timeout to stop the clock, and they'll get a quick breather. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. The play action fake. Throws to the wideout. On target over the middle. Stopped him at the 41, but that's a big pickup of 15. The offense burns its 3rd and final timeout of the half. Looking to throw, it's Tollefson. Just a hair too much on him from this big-arm sophomore quarterback.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Oh, and he took a shot as he threw that one away.
And this is why this team is losing this game. They cannot protect their quarterback. He's already been sacked a bunch of times. Almost got sacked right there. This guy doesn't have a chance with the way this offensive line is playing.
And he just throws it away. That is not what you're looking for on 3rd down. 4th down coming up. The Huskers will line up to punt it away. Pretty solid coverage there, and they'll stop him at the 26. Waning seconds of the first half. Let's see just how aggressive they'll be. To the ground with the back. The first down and more. Out to the 36-yard line after gaining 10 on that one. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Gentlemen, one half in the books, and I am eagerly looking forward to that second half in Ann Arbor. And we'd be remiss if we didn't start this halftime report by giving props to this superstar tight end. He's been almost, you know what, check that. He has been unguardable with that unusual blend of speed, size, hands, and route running. He is a pick your poison kind of player. With that said, let's send it back to the fellas in the booth at Michigan Stadium.
Thanks for that halftime report, Kevin. And the Wolverines will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. Not going to get a return here. They'll bring it out to the 25 as a kick. Sails through the back of the end zone. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. Nothing went right in that first half. Order of business here. Try not to be embarrassed any further.
But the comeback is possible. Remember 2006, Michigan State down 35 Northwestern at halftime? They somehow came back and won the game. But it all starts on one play, and that has to happen here on this first drive for the offense.
Yeah, the first possession, because your possessions, you're only going to get so many possessions, and you've got to score on the ground.
Here's a fumble
as a defender, but the offense fortunate enough to cover it back up.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. They just left that pass short, not enough juice on that one.
Well, you can see the frustration on this guy's face. He's one of the best receivers in college football. I mean, we're coming into this game that he had to get touches, but you can't say enough about how good this defense has been defending him. They've always had an answer, whether it's single coverage, double coverage, man or zone. They have not let him go off, and that's a big reason why they're winning this game.
So here comes the Michigan offense. From the gun, the running back has it. Oh, he's got some space. Ripping through the defense. He almost punched it in for 6. They'll get him down at the 1-yard line.
And you want to put a winning streak together like this team has? Run the football and create explosive plays. Nice job by the offense, showing the speed. How about the blocking up front? Everybody blocking, getting a hat on the hat, creating the explosive run.
The huge play got him on the porch, but now they got a kick in the door. Trying to punch it in. They finally get a hold of him, knocking him down behind the line of scrimmage. He had been running wild.
And I'd go back to him again after that first carry, but the defense more ready. They're more alert, dialed into the running back. They're like, listen, we've given up one big play. All eyes on him. Nice job getting the guy on the ground.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Wolverine.
And this offense is clicking. Another touchdown. Didn't have to go far for this drive, but this offense is doing what they want, how they want, when they want.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And he made the extra point without problem. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Tough to beat action, gentlemen. You know that. And let's take a look at the highlights. Cincinnati has the lead right now, but if this team has taught us anything over the years, it's that no lead is safe inside Nippert Stadium. They're up by 11 over Ohio. The action never sleeps, and we'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
Yeah, how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. This has been happening all night. They stubbornly keep giving him the ball, and the defense is all over him. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. From the gun, they'll try the middle. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down, and they got to keep that up here in the second half.
And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up. And the Huskers will try to pin them back with the punt. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. Working his way on the return up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. At the 45, just keeps moving. Racing down the left side. Touchdown, They'll try to add another to their lead. And he puts through the extra point. They couldn't draw up a drive better than that. We just gashed them for the big play in the running game. One snap, one touchdown. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. No chance to return that one. A booming kickoff out of the back of the end zone. It's a touchback. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. They've punted the last 3 times they've had it, and now really needing to put a score on the board on this possession. Runs ahead and powers his way for 4 yards out to the 30. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. The RPO fire complete to the left. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. The Cornhuskers are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Back to pass, it's Tollefson. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Oh, it's picked off. Didn't get a ton on the return, but the most important thing, he got the ball, and they've got it at the 38.
There were a lot of people really excited about what this guy could do. Some were saying he could be an All-American, and he's proving them right. That's already his 2nd interception early in this college football season. Offenses are going to figure it out. They're going to stop throwing this guy's way. You just get in trouble when you try.
Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. After that last explosive running play, David, why not just try it again, right?
I mean, why not? Such a big, long, explosive run. You think, Jesse, maybe give it to him again? Or do you say, hey, QB, bring that thing out there?
I think you keep it on the ground, David. Honestly, I was watching the offensive line. They were fired up.
Right down the gut of the field. Touchdown, Wolverine. He got loose, and it was lights out after that.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the time to be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone. That was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And he tacks on the extra point. Aggressive play calling on that drive. Just 2 plays, they get the long touchdown pass to pay it off. Kickoff unit back to work, and they have been busy as they've built this sizable lead. This will not be returnable as it sails out of the back of the end zone. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. Mistakes are going to happen as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse?
And this is the kind of guy who's going to take full accountability. That was my bad. That's on me. I'm about to lead this offense now down the field and score some points.
Dang, Palmer, I wish I'd have played with you. I didn't play with many quarterbacks that were just like, yeah, my bad. Hey, guys, I got this. Sorry about that. It was more, you should have ran a better route.
Pocket breaking down. Makes the grab on the left. Just keep moving this thing forward. He's out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 37-yard line. They've done a really good job creating the matchups they want out of the slot.
Yeah, dude, get that guy matched up on a linebacker. That guy matched up on a safety. Keep him away from the corners by putting him in the slot. Get him the football. Let him make plays.
He makes the stop almost as soon as he catches it, and they're short of the first down.
Ooh, and that was close for the offense. They try to go wide receiver screen. They're counting on that receiver beating that defender. Wasn't able to make him miss that time, but if I'm on offense, I'm going back to that play later.
Still on his feet at the 45. What a run to get them into enemy territory, and he's out of bounds at the 40.
And this defense has to be so disciplined. Like, you just got to understand, I can't all go for the quarterback, and too much attention on the quarterback. We didn't play the pitch really well. That's why this offense is really hard to stop.
Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Unloads to the wideout. He's got an open man. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
That's a huge throw for the offense, but they're down by a ton. We're going to need a lot more of that, and it's not going to be easy considering the defense knows they're probably going to be throwing the ball every play here in the second half moving forward.
The Huskers have it with a 1st and 10.
Base 27 jump.
Gives it on the option. Ran through the contact. Oh, he got loose. Gets out of bounds after the big play, and they'll be set up in business with a 1st and goal. And the Huskers had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically down the field. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete.
Well, it's a nice job by the quarterback getting the ball out of his hands quickly on that RPO. He saw something he liked, just not on the same page with his receiver.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Looking for a path to the end zone to the right. There was just nowhere to cut back. Great job by the defense, and he'll have to take the loss. Now 3rd and goal, and tough yardage to cover here. He's got him. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. Now on 4th down, they'll try to come away with 3. And the holder will spot it on the 14 for a 24-yard attempt. Good, right down the boulevard. Let's not say they cut into the deficit from a field goal. Maybe just, I don't know, picked a little bit of their way with their fingernail. That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done
Oh, my goodness, he's still moving. There he goes down the right side. Past the 20, the 10. He's all the way down to the 3. Showed it all on that run. The Wolverines want to pick up the tempo.
Has got to do a better job of taking the most dangerous man. That's the guy with the football in his hands. Force him to do something with it. You can't just let him keep the ball and go score.
Getting set for the point after.
Is on for the extra point.
And the extra point just tacks a little bit more onto this huge lead. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. UNLV is currently working from behind. But how many times have we said that and then witnessed something special happen? This time of year, you just never know. It's a tight one right now. They're trailing by only 5 to UTSA. Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected. Fellas?
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Out to the 36-yard line after gaining 10 on that one.
I know the offense is down by a lot here in the second half. You just need one big play, though, to spark the offense, get the confidence going, and they may have.
Ball is loose. Offense scoops it up and still going. At the 35, he's got room. Knocked down, but not before. He gets the 1st down after recovering the fumble. This offense always looking for those big, explosive plays, and now they've got it just inside the 30. They'll run it from the gun. Across the 15. He's there to make the stop, but not before. He sets up this offense 1st and goal from the 7. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost trying to defend their own end zone. They'll keep it on the ground for 1st and goal. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Great job by the defense that time, bowling up. You're on your own goal line, so you've got to be great against the run, and they force that ball to go to the outside, use their speed to bring the ball carrier down.
Grabbed in the backfield. It's on. Smashes through the tackle. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Husker. He'll try to tack on one more. Bangs it through for an extra point. They put together a 5-play, 75-yard drive. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. That ball scoots through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. So here comes the Michigan offense. They'll go back to work with a sizable margin still up there on the scoreboard. He'll do it himself. Runs through the tackle. Not a lot going on there. Picked up a couple.
These read options are so hard to diagnose, just like right there. He picks up a little chunky yards, not a big chunk, but it's so easy when you run the read options.
Why is that? Why is it easy?
Because if you want to play fast to the football, well then fine, I'm going to pull the ball right now and use your aggressiveness against you. But if you want to sit back, then fine, I'm going to give the ball right now and get a little chunky yards.
Off the play fake. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. And the Wolverines line up to punt it away. He's getting a lot of work. 4th time he's punted tonight. Showing some serious leg strength on that boomer. And the ball will bounce at the 4 and find its way into the end zone for a touchback. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. They haven't had a whole lot of production nor much to show for it on the scoreboard so far, and if they're going to get back in this game, it needs to start right now. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made. The Cornhuskers can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the 1st down.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
The pull and throw off the RPO. At the 45 on his way. He'll go out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 31 and a big pickup on that one.
Out of bounds at the 32. And that's a 1st down for the offense.
We've reached the end of the period, and Michigan has the lead. This has been a complete obliteration so far, as the 3rd quarter stats will show you. As we enter the 4th quarter, let's see if anything memorable can come from this one. Stand to the game, and we'll start with the 1st down. The give to the single back. Spins away from the defense. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Cornhuskers.
Well, it's good to finally see this offense have a little bit of success, because that has not been the case in this game. Nothing has gone their way. They keep shooting themselves in the foot. You know, guys, coaches are always trying to find things to build on, and this is at least something late in this game, scoring that touchdown that hopefully helps build their confidence the next time they take the field.
The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. Didn't get anything done, 3 and out on their last series. They'll try to find a rhythm here. Leaves it with the back. He had all kinds of company as soon as he got it. He had to fight his way back just to get to the line of scrimmage. Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. Rides that crease, and he's got 4 out to the 29.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
He'll pull it on the read. Gets it past the first down marker and still running. And he surges up to the 36-yard line, and they'll move the chain. The Wolverines getting set on 1st and 10. They'll go to the ground. Oh, better look out! Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down.
This guy's been special today. Coming into this one, they thought they had an opportunity really to get him going, running the football, and he has delivered. You've seen the speed, the vision, his ability to break tackles. Well over 100 rushing yards in this game, and that's why they have a nice lead here late.
Quarterback on the keeper. This time he doesn't get loose, and finally the defense gets him bottled up behind the line.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time. Offensively, the defense coming up with a huge negative play.
They've got it down to the 32. 1st and 10 coming. He'll keep it himself. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop. And the Wolverines with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving.
And you're seeing his dynamic ability to run the football that time on the option play. I know he doesn't pick up the first down, but that's still a good chunky yardage, and the defense wasn't ready for it. Moving forward, expect the offense to go back to the option play again and see if someone will finally take the quarterback and force him to pitch it.
The Wolverines are facing 3rd and inches. Rides the back on the option to give. And the defense carries the day. They win at the line of scrimmage, and they stuff him on 3rd and inches.
Nice job by this defense. Listen, you got to understand, they're going to run the football. They're going to try to milk the clock, Jesse. They got the huge lead.
Haven't been a lot of good plays for this defense in this game so far, so can they build on that one? Can they create some turnovers here in the second half to get back in this game?
He'll keep it on the sneak. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
Man, when I was at Florida, Steve Spurrier would wait for this opportunity in a game 4th and inches, and he'd signal in red snoop, quarterback sneak. It works every time.
And the Wolverines kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. He'll do it himself. Hard and runs through another one. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's 1st and goal from the 8.
Sometimes as a quarterback, you just need to take the game over yourself. You need points to win, and it's going to come down to you throwing it or maybe running it like you just saw there to get that done.
A first down run on the doorstep. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. They keep pushing forward, now back to work on 2nd and goal from the 6. He'll pull it on the read. Big time play by the defense. He'll lose 4. Well, this time the defense played it well because this quarterback has given them some problems on the ground.
He's got so much speed and has had some success, but I like the end of this run. Not only get him on the ground, punish him. Make him think twice about running the football in the future.
They're going to throw it on 3rd and goal. Big fella moving. And they'll stop him inside the 5, but the defense is backed up in the shadow of its own goalpost.
That's just a very easy, comfortable throw for the quarterback. He knows he has his big target, the tight end, running across the field on the drag. Nice play.
They'll send out the kicker to try to salvage this drive. From the left hash, this one shouldn't be too much trouble. Tried to give it enough body English, but he missed it. They blow the field goal. Something finally goes wrong.
Nebraska.
And these are the ones that make me want to remove kickers from a game. I mean, this is a chip shot field goal. It should be an automatic 3. He misses. Wasted drive, wasted opportunity.
Wants to go up top on first down. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming. So now it's second and long. Finds his man. It's Cruz. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down mark. So they're facing third and short from the 25. From the gun, wants to pass. He took a hit as he couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and fourth down's cut. The Huskers will bring the punt team onto the field. Wants to bring it back. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. A bit frustrating to miss that short field goal the last time they had it, but this time around, see if they can redeem themselves.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
Basic run plays. I don't need a bunch of complicated stuff sometimes. I just need to get the first down and get the sticks moving.
See if they can turn this drive into points. They've got it first and 10 at the 50. They'll run it, trying to drain time off the clock. And he was able to run through one tackle, but still only a modest gain. Solid pickup of 4 on first down at 2nd and 6. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
The Wolverines come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. They'll try to drive ahead on 3rd and short. He'll be stopped short, picks up 1, but they're facing 4th and 1. And they'll pat the kicker on the tail and tell him to go give it a shot. He says he can kick one from 75, but here he's going to need just 58 of them. He nails it, a 58-yard field goal. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
A lot of eyeballs on your game, guys, and a few on this interesting matchup as well. Air Force is currently ahead in this one, but they may need to rev up an F-16 if they want to turn this into a blowout today. They're up by 13 over UCF. We'll circle back if anything big happens in this college football matchup.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. The running back has it. Runs through a tackle. And the spin move was sweet and athletic, but not necessarily that productive.
And this defense is more than happy with the offense running the football. They've done a great job today. I mean, they've really made this offense work so hard, earn everything they've gotten, and that's why this lead is ballooned like it has.
And he drops it, just took his eye off of it at the last minute. Third down conversion is always a huge stat, and they've got a 3rd and long from the 27. From the gun, wants to pass. Trying to escape and get it himself. Shakes off the defender. Defense scoops it up, and he's headed the other way. Turning on the jet. Touchdown, Wolverine. The defense putting points on the board. They build this fourth quarter lead, and they are just minutes away from going 5-0.
They're winning the game, and the defense is helping out their own cause. That's the second time in this game they've recovered a fumble and taken it in for a touchdown. We know they're opportunistic, and they're priding themselves on being athletic and being physical, but they're showing you why you cannot make mistakes and cough the football up when you play them.
Lining up to add another.
Kicker is on for the extra point.
And with that extra point, the lead remains in the gargantuan category. The scoop and score. What a lift it can give to the defense. Not content to get the ball. They wanted to do something with it, and they did. Not going to give him a chance to make a play as they move that thing through the end zone. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. This has been a really disappointing performance, David, no question about that, but they can find some positives.
Yeah, and every time you watch the tape, you know, Jesse, coaches are pointing out, look at this. This was open if we'd have just ran the details to the right route, hung on to the football. Little things can make a big difference.
Yeah, that's why they call it a game of inches, David. But I'll say this, if you're on offense, don't go on social media this week. It ain't going to be pretty after this performance. You got to lock in.
He lofts one down the sideline. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like. Hopefully you can learn from it and do better next time.
And the Huskers decide to punt it away. Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. This is quickly turning into a celebration, Jesse, as they've taken control of this game.
And they should feel good about how they've played. They knew they had to come in here, protect home turf. They've gone out, they've run it well, they've thrown it well, David. Really, so much that this coaching staff can be happy about.
Yeah, and now it's about stat padding, right? Like you can just put up more numbers. You know this game's pretty good. Don't turn it over. Don't make a mistake. But this game is well in hand.
I know both of these teams were ranked, guys, but it really seemed as if they weren't on the same level in this game.
I think that was a pretty good statement game for these guys. I mean, you're ranked higher. You're more talented. A lot of people point to this game. Possible upset, two really good teams. Jesse, they made it clear. There's only one really good team. It was them. They were the favorite, and they just made a point of it.
You're right. Not all ranked teams are created equal. One of these teams is a college football player.